So, who is Johnny? So, a lot of people call me Comedy Johnny, or other things, I'm sure that I'm not a party to. But I'm a ex-plasterer, so that was my trade before I went into stand-up comedy. And I started as a comedian doing open mic nights, pretty much as everyone else ever. The first experience in a comedy club was life-changing. It's no exaggeration. I couldn't believe such a thing existed, and I used to just go there and watch. I was just a paying customer. I wasn't had no idea about being a comedian at that stage until after about just over a year of just watching. I decided I'd like to give it a go. Oi, oi, how are you? Yeah, that's it, I suppose. Yeah, we should see. What's going to go and load those other ones out of the way, and then we'll get on with it.
You want to just attach that to you, and
Oh yes.
we'll, I spoke to Joseph from Channel 9,
Oh yeah, 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 Joe. Yeah.
and I mentioned some of the stuff that we were doing, like the following you
Yeah.
around, just with your daily duties, and he was like, "Oh, I'd watch that."
Yeah. That's good. I think there's a lot of people that watch comedy have got this closet feeling of being a comedian. They want to try it, and it takes a lot of time. It took me a long time to buck up the courage to actually do it. And I didn't do too bad on the first gig. In actual fact, for 4 or 5 times I went up, I've done pretty good. We do between between 5 and 8 kegs per week of beer. So 5 9s, 45, 450 or so pints a week, something around that. Well, that's interesting. There you are. I wasn't here to take delivery, so the door wasn't open, so they just chuck everything in the bin store. That's our sort of security. So we put it all in there. 49.51 litres in a keg. So, don't know what that is in pints. I think it's about 90 pints. And then that was that fifth time I invited my wife and my brother, who was in Perth at the time, from the UK, to come and watch me. And my God, I died so badly. It was a big mistake, which I didn't know. No one knows when you're first beginning what you can and can't do, what the rules are. But of course, no one changes their act after 4 or 5 performances. You just do the same act and get a little bit better. It's only 5 minutes, but I completely changed my character, and it was awful. I just saw my wife looking like that, and she's looking down at and it was just the most horrible experience. When I left the stage, no one wants to even make eye contact with you when you're a bad comedian or we bombed. It's just such a terrible thing. This is a big bottle of CO2. No, not CO2 actually. This is Celamix 55. So there are two different gases. One's Celamix 55, which they all could be the same as far as I'm aware, but one's for beer. You put this on the beer and it pumps the beer through the system. I think it'd kill it. Bloody fell on you, it'd kill you. I just decided to change to these other people. It's not any cheaper, but what they're doing, you buy the gas bottle, and then you pay like 50, 60 bucks or whatever to fill it up. But where BOC, I don't know, I haven't really done the sums enough. BOC charge you about 150 a month for keeping the bottles empties or full. So it adds up where you could buy a bottle for about 350 and it's yours. But why I stopped doing stand-up comedy and started to promote was because I got 3 kids at the time. They weren't very old, and I just was plastering, running the venue, paying for the losses for the comedy from the plastering money. My wife would, "Well, how come you're not making any money here? The kids need this and need that." And it took a lot of persuasion to let me carry on doing stand-up comedy as a promoter and running a club, because who's got an appetite to lose money and then work hard during the week plastering walls to make up for those losses? I mean, there's not many that would be stupid enough to do that. you know, but I was. Yeah. What we do, we leave these bottles here. So this, we put all these ones. These will all go out tomorrow for collection on Monday morning, and these are all empty bottles. So just check that. Yeah, they're all empty. And then there's one full, and then yeah, but it doesn't matter. Who cares whether they're full or empty? But anyway, they're going out to be collected. You need it. Gas always runs out at the worst time. Just right in the middle of there's a break and your customers are 10 deep at the bar. The gas will run out. You have to come down here, grab this bloody great huge bottle, and then connect it. Take it upstairs, connect it. It's a pretty big thing. I was going to have to put a chain on that because look at the size of it. It could fall on someone, so I'll just have to sort that out. Sometimes naivety and being a little bit not smart to some degree is almost a superpower because you don't realise it can't be done. So keep trying to do it, and sometimes you can get away with it.
Persistence.
Yeah, persistence is a huge thing. It's